What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome once again, guys, to another video. Thanks as always for tuning in, and let me just say, how appreciative I am for you guys to take time out of your busy schedule to join me in another video. And also, guys, I'm in the breath of that, I still have to, ask you, some of you other guys, to come and watch some more of these videos. You know what I mean? A lot of interesting topics and incidents, that you might not have seen or heard of. So it's always, appreciate. I always appreciate it when you guys, take time out to watch a video, and as you always hear me say. And also, guys, please, remember to like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification bell so you get updated when I post another video. All right. And comment, guys, comment and let me know what you think. So guys, some of those images that you have seen at the beginning of the video here are, yet another school shooting. And this time it's in St. Louis, Arizona. I think it says Arizona, right? And guys, we're in October now, and we have what, 1, 2, 3, November, December, right? 2 months, 2 months left to go for the year to end, right? And call it 3 months, because it's 2 months. School shootings are already at a record in 2022 with 2 months to go, and it's really a sad case. And we're in election time right now, and this is the time, guys, when for those who have a vote, if you are not pleased with what's going on, especially with these mass shootings, because we all see that the politicians are, most of them, have no qualms of, or no, they have they don't want to change what is going on with the gun violence, gun laws, whatever, because it's in their interest, right? Because they're all in the pocket of the NRA. Don't get me wrong, guys, I love my gun, you know what I mean, but these AR-15s and those kind of guns that these shooters are using to kill people, these are not no weapon. These are no weapons to be in the hands of anybody. So they need to take better measures, form better laws, to curb some of these guns from going into the wrong hands, right? So this is the time now, when we're in election time, when people need to make their voices heard, right? Politicians have too far, put their own interests in front of regular citizens, right? Because they're not feeling it. The regular citizens are the ones that are feeling the blunt of it, with all these mass shootings, and stuff like that. Most of their kids are going to private schools, and they're not facing these kind of things. Just think for a minute, how traumatizing it must be to be at home and hear, there's a mass shooting at your kid's school, right? And you don't know if your child is in the list of people who have lost their lives, right? And I'm sure it's not a good feeling. I've not been in a position, but I'm sure it's not a good feeling, guys. So this video that I'm doing right now, it's about this last mass shooting at the school, and just a little insight and into some other school shootings, right? So bear with me, guys. So, as a Michigan teen pleaded guilty on October 24, 2022 to killing 4 students In a December 2021 attack, America was learning of yet another school shooting. This time it was a performance arts high school in St. Louis, where a former student opened fire, killing 2 and injuring at least 7. And at the same time, we have to give thanks. It wasn't more, there weren't more lost people losing their lives, right? So we have to give thanks for that. But 2 is still too many, and those 7 that are injured, we still don't know if any of them, if all of them are going to pull through, right? We don't know the type of injury that they have gotten, right? So, as I said, it was in St. Louis, where a former student opened fire, killing 2 and injuring 7 others before dying in a shootout with police. The fact that yet another school shooting took place within hours of a gunman in a separate case appearing in court underscores how often these events take place in the US. As criminologists who have built a comprehensive database to log all school shootings in the US, we know that deadly shooting gun violence in America is now a regular occurrence, with incidents only becoming more frequent and deadlier. And they're talking about another shooter that just pleaded guilty today, yesterday, I should say. And the case with the Parkland shooter, is still ongoing, right? Our records show that 7 more people died in mass shootings at US schools between 2018 and 2022, a total of 52, than in the previous years. In the previous 18 years combined since the watershed 1999 Columbine High School massacre. Since the February 2018 mass shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Florida, moreover, more than 700 people have been shot at US schools, on football fields, and in classrooms, hallways, cafeterias, and parking lots. Many of these shootings were not the mass killing events that schools typically drill for. Rather, they were in extension of rising everyday gun violence. So these killings are growing more frequent and more deadlier. There have been shootings at US schools almost every year since 1966. But in 2021, there were a record 250 shooting incidents, including any occurrence of a firearm being discharged, be it related to suicides, accidental shootings, gang-related violence, or incidents at after-hours school events. Since 2010, the number of incidents with guns being displayed or fired or bullets hitting school property has increased steadily, with significant increase in 2018 and again in 2021. Right? And you can see the rise there. It's quite significant and should never be. These are schools where our kids go to learn, right? So that's double the annual number of shooting incidents recorded in the previous years. In both 2018 and 2019, 119 shootings were logged. Right, guys? Let me say that again. In both 2018 and 2019, 119 shootings were logged. And there were 114 incidents in 2020. Right? So 2020 almost doubles, or almost is the same amount as 2018 and 2019 combined. Right? With more than 2 months left in 2022, is already the worst year on record. As of October 24, there have been 257 shootings on school campuses passing the 250 total for all of 2021. Let me say that again. With more than 2 months left in 2022, is already the worst year on record. As of October 24, there have been 257 shootings on school campuses, passing the total 250 for all of 2021. Many of these incidents have been simple disputes turned deadly because teenagers came to school angry and armed. At East I in Des Moines, Iowa, in March 2022, for example, 6 teens already allegedly fired 42 shots in an incident that took place during school dismissal time. The hail of gunfire killed 1 boy and critically injured 2 female bystanders. The district attorney described the case as one of the most complex murder investigations their office has ever conducted, partly because 6 handguns were used. At Miami Gardens I in Florida, that same month, 2 teens are alleged to have sprayed more than 100 rounds with a rifle and handgun modified for fully automatic fire. They targeted a student standing in front of the school, but bullets penetrated the building, striking 2 students sitting inside. So there we see how deadly these guns are. A similar situation unfolded outside Roxborough High School in Philadelphia in October. A lunchtime dispute among students allegedly turned into a targeted shooting after a football scrimmage. 5 teenage shooters are believed to have fired 60 shots at 5 classmates leaving the game, killing a 15-year-old. So, and you see, they can't even shoot because here they fire 60 shots, right, at one person, right, and they killed a 15-year-old. You know, so it's kind of fortunate that more people didn't lose their lives in that case. In each of these cases, multiple student shooters fired dozens of shots. A tally for 2022 also includes incidents involving lone shooters. In April, a sniper with 1,000 rounds of ammunition and 6 semi-automatic rifles fired from a 5th floor window overlooking the Edmund Burke School in Washington, D.C. at dismissal. A student, parent, school security officer, and bystander were wounded before the shooter died by suicide. So then we have some threats, some hoaxes, and false alarms. So you know, it could have been worse if these weren't, you know, threats, hoaxes, and false alarms. The increase in shooting in and around school buildings has many parents, students, and teachers on edge. On October 2022, Pew Research survey found that 1/3 of parents report being very worried or extremely worried about a shooting at their child's school. Aside from the near daily occurrences of actual school shootings, there are also the near misses and false alarms that only add to the heightened sense of threat. In September, potential attack was averted in Houston when police got a tip that a student planned to chain the cafeteria door shut and shoot students who were trapped inside. The following day near Dallas, another tip sent police scrambling to stop a vehicle on the way to a high school homecoming football game. 2 teens had a loaded semi-automatic rifle and planned to commit a mass shooting at the stadium, it is alleged. There have also been thousands of false reports of shootings this year, hoaxes, swatting calls, even a viral TikTok school shooting challenge have sent schools across the nation into lockdown. Dozens, possibly hundreds of those threats are automated 911 calls from overseas. but police have no choice but to respond. People are so much on edge that a popped balloon at one California school in September led to an active shooter response from police. The sound of a metal pipe banging in August caused thousands of people to flee in Arkansas high school football stadium for fear of being shot. A loud bang from a chair being thrown caused a code red lockdown and parents to rush to a Florida high school. And guys, I can relate to that loud banging and pop balloon situation there, because I was once in a mall where it is alleged that some guys were robbing a Rolex store, and they let off some firecrackers as a diversion, and everybody started running. Right? I was in a store, and I was in a aisle, and I heard a whole bunch of commotion, and when I looked out, there were about 3,000 people running towards me saying they're shooting, and it was chaos all over the mall, right? So, I I can relate to that, right? So the rising annual tally of school shootings has occurred despite enhanced school security in the two decades since the Columbine massacre. Metal detectors, clear backpacks, bulletproof chalkboards, lockdown apps, automatic door locks, and cameras have not stopped the rise in school shootings. In fact, the May 2022 mass shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, provides a case study in systematic failure across the school safety enterprise. Federal legislation passed in the wake of Uvalde will provide districts with money to hire additional school social workers or pay for better communication mechanisms in school buildings to address the warning signs of violence missed in dozens of high school attacks. And I can guarantee you there will be a lot more, even though they're coming with this that I just read. It is aimed at better identifying and helping at-risk students before they turn to violence. However, another area that needs attention is students' ready access to firearms, and that's the only thing that will stop these shootings, right? And this is where the gun laws will help that in that case, right? Some school shooters, like the perpetrator in Uvalde, are young adults old enough to get their guns legally from gun stores, prompting questions over whether some states need to reconsider a minimum age for firearm sales. And this sentence right here that I just read, guys, it's not 100% true in the case of the age limit for guns, because it is known that kids that is not even close to the age do walk in gun shops and come out with guns, and not just fire handguns. I'm talking about submachine guns. You know what I mean? High powered weapons. And we all know of videos that we see that people, do as a test to see how young you can get a gun. All right, so I don't have to get into that. So, but meanwhile, most school shooters get their guns from home, making safe storage of firearms a public health priority. And yes, parents need to lock up their guns properly. Do a better job at that, parents. But many children get their guns from the streets. Preventing weapons from getting into the hands of potential school shooters will require police and policymakers to devote resources towards cracking down on straw purchasers, those who buy firearms from someone else and getting stolen weapons, unserialized ghost guns, and guns modified with auto sears to make them fully automatic off the streets. School measures could be what it takes to stop the tragic normalization of school shootings. So we'll see about that, guys, and there you have it. So that's my little piece for now, guys. So thanks again for tuning in. Please remember to like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification bell. And also comment, guys. Comment and let me know what you think. And I hope you find this video in particular interesting, you know. And so I hope for this one, you know, more people watch it, more people comment, more people subscribe, and all that good stuff. All right. So blessed love, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Peace. Check out some of these clips again. Oh, I forgot. Before I even move along, this is 2 people got killed, right? So this is the young lady that got killed. She's 15 years old. Unfortunately, she lost her life. Student Alexandria Bell, 15, died in the shooting at the Central Visual Performing Arts High School on October 24, 2022. And this is physical education teacher Jean Kozka, if I pronounce it right, 61, died in the shooting at Central, same school. And you know, let us send out condolences to, you know, the family, friends, loved ones, and the school, and the school that they're from. You know, condolences, you know, and may their souls rest in peace. Right? No one should go to school and lose their life right there in school. School is for learning, right, people? So, you know, let us send out a word of prayer for them in our prayers. And this is guys, this is the weapon that the shooter had. So you know, AR-15 style, and all these ammunitions, guys. Check this out. So it's a wonder, you know, it's a wonder more people didn't lose their lives, you know. And I think he didn't get to use all of these ammos that he had on hand. So, you know, we have to give thanks for that. Really have to give thanks for that. Could have been worse, right, guys? Could have been worse. It's all around crazy. And these are some of the people, that you know, demonstrated and stuff like that after some shootings. You know, so it's really a